Hey, you clicked on my video. Appreciate it. Now be sure to like the video and subscribe to the page. Long enough to cover the subject and short enough to keep it interesting. Welcome to Outta My League. I'm Nick Diaz. I'm so ready for this shit to be over with. How we went this long without some kind of legitimate playoff and the media and the fans thought that, yeah, that was a good idea for 100+ years is beyond me. The eye test, the resume, the strength of record. What the fuck does a strength of record even mean? Look, I don't care what you think of the 12-team playoff format that we're about to have in the future, but it's better than this crap. Well, we took a vote. Great. You took a vote. How about just play the games? All right, so LSU jumped up to number 6 in the college football playoff rankings Tuesday night. No surprise, seeing as Oregon lost. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I'm for expanded the playoffs, and some of you may be with me on this, is the exact reason why people are discussing the LSU or Tennessee controversy. Who gets in, LSU or Tennessee? If LSU wins the SEC title over Georgia and they finish 11-2, should they get in? Will they get in? Especially if TCU wins out and there's only one spot left. Should LSU get in over Tennessee? Here's the thing. I said a couple of weeks ago that I believe LSU will get into the college football playoff as the first 2-loss team to ever do that. Now, I don't know. I know I'm supposed to give a strong opinion either way because that's what them television folks do, but here's what I'm really supposed to do. I'm supposed to give you an honest opinion, an honest answer. And I've changed my mind in the last week. I don't know if LSU gets in or not. I don't know. If there's one spot open in the 14 playoff and LSU wins the SEC title over Georgia with an 11-2 record, I've changed my mind to I don't know. Now, I'm not saying I don't think they deserve to. I'm saying it's not up to me if I'm predicting them voting LSU in. Now, of course, most LSU fans, you're going to be asking me about Reese Davis's comments and what he said on ESPN's College Football Playoff Reveal last night. I don't care. I don't care what Reese Davis says. Look, I think Reese Davis does a great job, but I don't care what Reese Davis believes or what he thinks should happen, all right? One, because he's not in there voting. And I don't care that Reese Davis is from Alabama and he graduated from Alabama and he roots for Alabama in his own private time, all right? And by the way, no, I don't think Reese Davis is stumping for Tennessee over LSU no matter what just because, well, he hates LSU. His opinion doesn't matter. This isn't a political campaign. This is a vote that private people are taking, that they're not listening to anyone else outside that room. And nothing that Reese Davis says ultimately means a damn thing. Only thing that matters is what the committee says. And guess what? I doubt Reese Davis is saying this because he hates LSU, because LSU beat Alabama and he can't stand it. Well, you know who else beat Alabama? Tennessee. Tennessee beat Alabama as well. And Bama fans historically hate Tennessee more than they do LSU. The reason why Reese Davis is saying that about LSU is because guess what? Tennessee beat the shit out of LSU in Tiger Stadium. That's why. That's why he's saying that. Make sense? There's no conspiracy theory against LSU. Reese Davis is not going against LSU because he's a Bammer and, he's a Gump and he hates LSU. He hates Tennessee too. Historically, he grew up hating Tennessee, didn't probably give 2 shits about LSU. But the reason why is because there is precedent to a 2-loss conference champion not getting in. A la Penn State in 2016. Now, I've gone over this before in a previous episode, that LSU's situation is different than Penn State in 2016 because LSU has a chance to beat the number 1 ranked team in the country in their conference title game. Penn State, they played number 6 or 7 Wisconsin, and they were several spots looking before the final rankings. But again, like I said, the only opinion that matters is not mine or Reese Davis's. It's the opinion of the College Football Playoff Committee. And the chairman of the College Football Playoff Committee, he had some interesting comments. It wasn't about LSU, it was about another team, TCU. He was asked about TCU being ranked 4th and how, a couple of weeks ago they made a huge jump from like 8th to 4th. And his response was that they took into consideration that a team like TCU has improved as the season has gone along. That's why they've made the jump. Sounds like someone we know, huh? A team that has improved and looked mighty different than they did at the beginning of the season? Now, here's the thing about the College Football Playoff Committee. They contradict themselves all the time. So that statement, while it is important, you should keep your guard up if you're an LSU fan. So maybe if LSU gives them one final push, they put LSU in. Now, the next person's opinion that you should probably trust, that doesn't have final say, but they know more about how the College Football Playoff Committee works than anyone on the outside, is Heather Dinich of ESPN. Heather Dinich, she covers the committee's wheelings and dealings all year long, 24/7, 365. And last night, she tweeted, if LSU wins out, they are in. Now, her opinion isn't everything, but her opinion holds weight more than anyone on the outside of that committee room because she has more knowledge about anyone outside of that committee room. Which really, if you think about it, it makes no sense why LSU shouldn't be in. I mean, really. Of course, I'm a homer and I've graduated from LSU, but this goes to a larger issue. Forget about LSU for a minute. This goes back to expanding the college football playoff in the first place. What's the point? Why play the damn game? Why play conference championship games and not get rewarded? What is the point? You win a conference a championship in high school sports, you go to the playoff. You win an NFL division championship, you go to the playoffs. Well, you're only 6-8 team or a 6-10 team. They made it to the playoffs. Well, then get rid of divisions. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're not going to reward someone for winning a conference or a division, then don't have the conference title game. What about LSU in 2001? You're saying a 3-loss LSU team, they have one upset and they get to go play for the playoff? Yeah. Well, what about number 2 Tennessee? They lost one game and now they're not a higher seed. Well, guess what? Maybe Tennessee shouldn't have lost to LSU. That's on them in 2001. That's their problem. You play games, take care of your business. You don't have to worry about it. These conference titles mean nothing if that's the case. They mean nothing. And quite honestly, they have meant nothing for a long time. And I don't know that LSU is a shoo-in for the playoffs this season if they went out. But I don't know what the hell we are doing anymore if an SEC champ doesn't get in. Now, to be clear, I don't know that LSU beats Georgia in the first place. I think they can. Well, Nick, you said the same thing about Alabama. Yeah, but here's the difference. I like their chances to beat Georgia a lot less than their chances to beat Alabama. Because Alabama was weak on the line of scrimmage, and I thought LSU could take advantage of that. Georgia? No, I'm sorry. Georgia's better on the line of scrimmage than just about anybody in the country, including LSU. That's the difference. But in the meantime, if LSU does pull off the upset, Tennessee fans, they better start praying, because who the hell knows what happens. Thanks for listening to Out of My League. If you like what you heard, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Or follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok in the description link below.